I'll tell you, this has been the journey of our lives.
The votes are in, and Florida has chosen its next governor. Republican candidate Ron DeSantis now prepares for his big move to the governor's mansion. Plus, with Venice High School filled up, the next step for school officials on whether or not to expand, and a new place for a local veteran to call home. Your Suncoast News starts now.
You're watching ABC 7 News at 11.
Hello and thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Erica Jackson. Our top story, the Florida recount. We are now just hours away from the official results for the close Florida Senate race to be in. Now, in the midst of that close race between Republican Senate candidate Rick Scott and Democratic candidate Bill Nelson, some major developments in another close race. Tallahassee Mayor and Democratic candidate Andrew Gillum has officially conceded the race for governor to his Republican opponent, former Congressman Ron DeSantis. Gillum made the announcement today in a Facebook video. Let's take a look.
We wanted to make sure that every single vote, including those that were overvotes, undervotes, as long as it was a legally cast vote, we wanted those votes to be counted. RJ and I wanted to take a moment to congratulate Mr. DeSantis on becoming the next governor of the great state of Florida.
DeSantis responded on Twitter, calling the race a, quote, hard-fought campaign and calling on Florida to come together. Here on the Suncoast, Sarasota County is wrapping up its manual recount. Approximately 6,000 ballots were being looked over and possibly counted by dozens of people at the Supervisor of Elections office in Sarasota today. These are ballots that either had an over or under vote, meaning there were marks for more than one candidate or there wasn't a vote for either candidate. Today's recount was for the very tight Florida Agricultural Commission race. Sarasota County Supervisor of Elections Ron Turner says that the county has already finished the manual recount for the close Florida Senate race. Now, we experienced some cooler temperatures this weekend. Let's go to Wendy Ross to find out if the trend will continue.
And right now, things are pretty comfortable out there. Nobody is shivering at this point. It's 62 degrees right now. We have fair skies around. We're also looking at 80% humidity, and the winds are coming in out of the east-northeast, and they're fairly calm at this hour. So around our region, we also have temperatures that range 59 degrees. That's one of the cool spots in Bradenton, 62 in Sarasota. Venice, a little bit warmer with 63 degrees, but everyone is enjoying fair skies right now. It's a starry night out there. And for the rest of tonight, we're going to see those temperatures dropping down into the upper 50s, which is about an 8-degree warm up from last night when we experienced those temperatures in the low 50s for many locations, and even some 40s were experienced in the center part of the state. So we're going to warm up fairly rapidly by tomorrow, 71 degrees by 10 o'clock in the morning, and we'll let you know how the rest of this weekend is shaping up in just a few minutes. And we'll also talk about the week to come, because this is a big holiday week for a lot of people. So we'll discuss what we can expect around here. Erica?
All right, Wendy, thank you. We'll check back soon. We now know more about the people killed in a crash on I-75 Friday night. The Florida Highway Patrol says Nakisha Mitchell and Deshandra Gary, both of Fort Myers, died after a crash near the Clark Road exit. One other person who was in that car is in critical condition at Sarasota Memorial Hospital. Troopers say the driver of a GMC Yukon did not see other cars slowing down and hit Mitchell's car. The crash caused a ripple effect and 2 other cars were hit. Charges are now still pending. Another part of West Venice Avenue is now open to drivers. Crews have finished construction on the eastbound Venice Avenue lanes from Harbor Drive to US 41 Business on the Venice Island. The westbound lanes are also open in the 100 block. Other parts of the westbound lanes are still closed as Venice continues its beautification project. Crews will continue paving that area on Monday. Deputies in Charlotte County are looking for a man who they believe tried to steal from a Walmart. The Charlotte County Sheriff's Office says the man in this photo was chased by the team's loss prevention after trying to steal merchandise. If you know who this man is or have any information on the attempted theft, please contact the Charlotte County Sheriff's Office. The school district of Manatee County is getting ready to open 3 new schools in the parish area and is already starting the staffing process. The current principal of Lakewood Ranch High School, Craig Little, will be the first principal for the new high school. Angela Lindsay, who serves as principal of Johnson Middle School, will be the first principal of the new Dr. Mona Jane Middle School. The district's secondary curriculum director will succeed Miss Lindsay as the new principal of Johnson Middle starting in January. And we're also getting a look at the new logo for the North River High School. Students will get to sport the Bulls logo while playing FHSAA sanctioned sports for North River. An update now to the overcrowding at Venice High School. The Sarasota County School District says it will be looking for input from parents. Officials want to know whether people would rather see a brand new high school built or an extension of its current facilities. The school, which serves Venice, West Villages, and a pocket of Englewood, is currently 7% over capacity, and that number is expected to rise.
You have to look for other ways to hold those kids. We always tell our principals we'll never have anyone sitting in classroom outside, that we'll always have a seat for every student. But where is that seat going to be? Is it in a permanent location like a new classroom wing, or is it going to be in a temporary location like a portable?
The district will be taking all the responses to the December school board meeting where they would then make that decision. A veteran and his family now have a new place to call home thanks to the generosity of our community. Today, Army Sergeant First Class Andrew Gonzalez and his family were welcomed to their new home in Parrish. The nonprofit Building Homes for Heroes, along with volunteers from AT&T and other organizations, unveiled the home this morning. Gonzalez, who served in the Army for 2 decades, suffered multiple injuries during his time in the military that led to episodes of vision and memory loss, speech impairment, and spinal damage. He and his wife, Cynthia, will now live in the home mortgage-free with their 3 daughters. Students at Bayshore High School are putting their carpentry skills to good use. They're working on their magic on these shipping containers and turning them into tiny homes for local families in need. Some of the containers came from as far as China. Students are using basic tools to refurbish these containers like saws, drills, and tape measures. The builders say they have everything a family will need to live comfortably.
Basically, everything in your average sized home has to fit in this small little container. From kitchen to living room to bathroom to bedroom.
I feel like it would be a good thing for this community, also for somebody, help them, provide them a home to live in instead of living on the streets.
The group's goal is to get every homeless student and veteran off of the streets and teach more students how to build these refurbished homes. Dozens of families will get to celebrate the holidays with full stomachs thanks to members of our community. Volunteers with the nonprofit Hunger for Knowledge gave away boxes with a turkey and a ham to families today in Sarasota. Organizers say this is the 3rd year they have been able to do this.
We do it because we believe that to whom much is given, much is required. And after all is said and done today, over the past 3 years, we'll have fed close to 1,500 families. So if we can put a smile on close to 1,500 families' faces, then we know our work hasn't been in vain.
Besides giving food away, today's event also helped families to register to vote so that in future elections they can make their voices heard. Some of the best offshore boat racers in the world are on the Suncoast this weekend. Today was the first day of racing at the Englewood Waterfest. The races will start again tomorrow at 11 a.m. for the last day of racing. Besides the boat races, there's also other fun activities for the family and plenty of food, music, and exhibits. Still to come here on ABC 7, the mysterious disappearance of a 49ers football fan. The search for answers after he disappeared during the 4th quarter. Plus, as the death toll continues to rise, a look at President Trump's visit to the wildfire-stricken areas of California.
This is an important message for anyone with Medicare. You may be eligible for an all-in-one Medicare plan that combines hospital, medical, and prescription drug coverage together with extra benefits that may include dental, vision, hearing aids, and much more. Some of these plans have a $0 monthly premium regardless of your income. That's right. For one low plan premium, or in some cases a $0 premium, you may be able to get coverage for your hospital visits, doctor appointments, prescription drugs, routine dental care, eyeglasses and contact lenses, hearing aids, and possibly more. Today may be the first time you've heard about this type of Medicare plan. The advisors at the Medicare.com helpline are licensed insurance agents who will explain more when you call. Call now to see if you qualify. Call the number on your screen now. Call now to see if you qualify for these benefits. You worked hard for your Medicare. Now is the time for your Medicare to work hard for you. Not affiliated with or acting on behalf of any government agency or program.
So I kind of grew up all across the country. I come from 5 generations of military men. My dad is still active duty. My grandpa is retired Marines. I like going for runs with my dog. I love, taking her out to the dog beach over in Venice. There are so many things here to do on the Suncoast. My goal every day when I come into work at ABC7 is to tell your stories, give you that major local news and those details that you really care about. I'm Jacqueline Matter, and I'm here for you.
Me, pick me. Oh, come on, man. Oh, man, I love technology. Check out my new phone. Look at this right here. For years, the DeSoto Club has needed improvements. Join me and Boys and Girls Club of Manatee County as we raise money to build a brand new facility. It will be bigger and better, just like it was 40 years ago when I attended. Invest in kids. Build great futures.
On the next Black Almanac.
Think nonprofits don't understand good business? Well, Sarasota has 32 of them collaborating to develop future physicians, physicists, creatives. Their business plan focuses on preparing babies born into poverty for the workforce.
One of the purposes of this whole initiative is to get all of us working together.
Sunday morning at 7:30 on ABC7.
A home can be much more than just a house. But for some of our neighbors, home means uncertainty and isolation. At Rebuilding Together, we turn houses into homes and revitalize our communities. Because a neighborhood is more than just houses and streets. It's familiar faces and open arms. Join the movement to ensure everyone can live in a safe home and community. Become a rebuilder today.
Watch Suncoast View weekdays at 9 a.m. on ABC7.
Welcome back. Florida's Child Welfare Department says it properly handled an investigation of a mother charged with drowning her 4-year-old autistic daughter. The Tampa Bay Times reports the Florida Department of Children and Families found that the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office properly allowed 4-year-old Jahira Daniels to stay with her mother, Shakayla Denson. Denson reportedly carried her daughter into the Hillsborough River, then let her go. Jahira got caught in the currents and drowned. Denson is charged with murder. A 32-year-old Army vet gone missing, vanishing from Levi's Stadium during Monday night's football game. Surveillance video shows him after he left his seat where he was watching the game with his girlfriend to use the restroom. He never came back. His car sits exactly where he parked it. Now ABC's Dave Packer reports on the search for answers.
This eerie surveillance video released by police showing Ian Powers looking down at his cell phone while apparently leaving the San Francisco 49ers game on Monday alone. The Army veteran now missing for nearly a week. Police tracked his cell phone to this area west of the stadium where authorities found his car untouched, parked where he left it. Powers' girlfriend, Chelsea Robbins, was with Ian and her 2 children at the game when she says he got up to use the restroom and never came back.
And I kept trying to call him, and then I said, "Where are you?" and didn't answer. And then I called him a million more times, and he never answered.
She says this screenshot is from their last video chat. They were trying to find each other before she says they lost contact.
He didn't know where he was. He kept saying he was by the entrance.
Police say he's made no known financial transactions or posted to social media.
Obviously, him being missing in the way and in the fashion that he is, which is completely out of character for him, is suspicious.
Family members so worried they've joined the search.
It's incredibly unlike him. I've said this before. He's probably the most responsible person in my family.
Police, baffled by his disappearance, now reviewing video from nearby businesses. Dave Packer, ABC News, New York.
President Donald Trump is in California today to see the aftermath of what is now the nation's deadliest wildfire in a century. The Camp Fire's death toll is now at 75, and more than 1,000 people are still unaccounted for. The president surveyed the charred ruins of what was once the town of Paradise. That's where more than 12,000 homes, buildings, and structures have been burned to the ground. Today, while standing in a now unrecognizable mobile home park, the president pledging the full support of the federal government.
We want to take care of the people that are so badly hurt.
Trump also visiting an operations center in nearby Chico. That's where thousands of fire personnel are still battling the campfire, which is just over 50% contained. And so we should count our blessings here on the Sun Coast with beautiful weather this weekend. I was near out at UTC, the outdoor areas, and there were so many people just going from store to store and enjoying their time in between those stores so they can enjoy the weather.
It feels a little bit more festive out there.
Right?
You know, you can put on a jacket, you can wear a sweater.
It finally feels like fall.
Finally, it feels like fall. We got up to a high of about 79 degrees today, 78. And we are going to experience the same thing tomorrow. So that's the good news, and we're going to take a quick look at what we can expect for this upcoming week, too. We'll see plenty of sunshine, just as we did today, all the way through Thursday. And then on Thursday, we're also going to be experiencing some very nice temperatures as well. So readings are going to be staying pretty much what they were today. We'll experience them all week. We've got a cold front coming in on Monday, and that's going to allow things to be reinforced just as they were today. That cold front is just a benign cold front. It's not going to make things colder. It's just going to keep everything status quo. And then there's the possibility of some rain on Friday as we start to get a little bit more humid. So that's what we're going to be experiencing over this upcoming week. We've got a cold front that's draped across Texas. There are a couple of things on this map. We've got the frontal system that's going to be coming across. This is the one that's going to give us the reinforced cool weather that we're going to be experiencing across the state of Florida. We also have a system out here in the Atlantic. Believe it or not, that system is moving away, but it is a disturbance that we have out there with 0% chance of developing over the next 5 days. And it, as you see, is moving away from the state of Florida. So we've got this frontal system that's going to be continuing to press on down, and then we've got very cold weather over the northern part of the country, and that's going to be filtering on down through the Tennessee Valley. But we're certainly not going to experience that kind of weather here. Very dry conditions across the state. That's what's been going on throughout the day today, and we're going to see that sort of moving out of the way. It's going to allow for a little bit more moisture to come back in, but take a look at the dew points because they are telling the story. 40s over the northern part of the state, 50s across central Florida, and then down to the south we have 60s. So everyone is enjoying this quiet, cooler, fresher air that's coming on through. We're just seeing a few high, thin clouds, a little bit of rain down to the south of Key West, and that's about it. There's nothing going on here. Things are nice and quiet. So temperatures are very cold across the Panhandle. We're looking at 40s in Tallahassee, Panama City, 50s in Jacksonville, Gainesville, and then we move into central Florida where we've got the 60s, and that goes all the way down through Fort Myers. You go to Miami and Key West and West Palm Beach, they're in the 70s right now. For our viewing area, we're 59 degrees in Arcadia. Northport 57, Punta Gorda 58. So those are the cold spots. Every place else in the 60s, and we're not going to see those temperatures go down that much more. We are going to get down to about 58 degrees for the overnight low. Last night, though, we were 50 for the overnight low, so 78 degrees was our daytime high today, and you can see where we are normally. So if we get down to 59 degrees tonight, that's going to be normal. This is what it was early this morning, and we actually had some 40s on the map just to show you how cold it was. But tomorrow we warm up very nicely. We get down to about 58 degrees. We'll be popping up to 75 by the afternoon hours. And this is what I'm talking about. This is the system, 0% chance of developing. It's moving well away, but the hurricane season isn't over, so we just had to show you that. And of course, it's going to be a beautiful day at the beach. Once again, plenty of sunshine around, temperatures in the upper 70s, 79 degrees, getting down to 56 for the overnight low, or maybe even 59 degrees tonight. And then we've got temperatures in the upper 70s all week long. Our best chance of rain comes on Friday and Saturday. That's when we're likely to see it, but it's just going to be a spectacular week this week, so enjoy it. Erica.
Wendy, thank you. Florida is suing the nation's 2 largest drugstore chains, alleging they added to the state's opioid crisis. Attorney General Pam Bondi announced late Friday that she has added Walgreens and CVS to a state court lawsuit filed last spring. In the suit, she accuses the companies of failing to stop suspicious orders of opioids and dispensing unreasonable quantities of opioids from their pharmacies. Today, CVS responded to the lawsuit, saying the company is, quote, dedicated to helping reduce the prescription and drug abuse and diversion. That includes training pharmacists and their assistants and public education efforts. About 45 people die every day because of opioid overdoses. Months after it agreed to hold off raising prices following heavy pressure from President Trump, Pfizer says that it will now increase the prices of 41 drugs in January. The pharmaceutical giant says one drug will go up about 9%, 3 others will rise 3%, and others will see about a 5% hike. The company says the price hikes will be offset by higher rebates and discounts offered by pharmacies and insurance companies. The White House has yet to comment on Pfizer's announcement. The holiday season has a way of creeping up on us. One minute you're thinking about Thanksgiving plans when you turn on the radio and boom, there's Christmas music. According to health experts, your reaction to those early holiday tunes has a lot to do with how your brain associates them with the holiday season.
If it starts too soon and people tend to have stress responses to the holidays, it activates those stress responses early to shop, to produce a perfect holiday. If people are prone to that perfectionism, hearing Christmas music too soon can create those associations and ramp up the tension well before anything is really happening.
In a poll, 25% of Americans say the most stress-inducing part of the holidays is listening to the music. One way experts say you can reduce the stress, listen to something else if you feel overwhelmed by Christmas music. And when shopping, maybe pop in some earbuds and a tune that you're more comfortable with. That's a look at health news. Your winning lotto numbers are straight ahead. And then an exciting announcement for Disney's Star Wars fans coming up in entertainment news. So stay with us.
When it comes to drinking, what do you think moderation is? The U.S. Dietary Guidelines define moderation as up to 1 drink a day for women and up to 2 drinks a day for men. So what's a drink? The guidelines say a drink equals 12 ounces of beer, 5 ounces of wine, or a cocktail with 1.5 ounces of distilled spirits. Each contains the same amount of alcohol. Like to learn more? Visit drinkinmoderation.org.
Women have shed their blood in defense of America since the dawn of the Republic.
Nobody wants to die for their country, but a lot of people are willing to die for their buddy.
Their sacrifices are profound.
I blame myself because I think, what if I was there?
And their noble accomplishments largely ignored.
The ultimate cost could be our lives.
Unsung Heroes, the story of America's female patriots.
What can a father do clear on the other side of the world?
Sunday at 10 on ABC 7.
Teachers inspire our children and promote a lifetime of learning. So ABC 7 and Gettle Automotive want to honor these chalkboard champions by giving them the chance to win $500. But we need your help. Go to mysuncoast.com/chalkboardchampions to nominate an outstanding teacher who's really making a difference. And each month we'll deliver $500 to 1 teacher in Sarasota County and 1 teacher in Manatee County. Go to mysuncoast.com and nominate your chalkboard champion today.
Stay connected to your clients and new customers using ABC 7 Digital Media Services. Our team of professionals provide a wide array of digital services to help you get the most out of your website. We specialize in building and helping you maintain the most effective digital solutions for your business. It's vital that your online presence stands out, so our experts will equip you with the best resources available. Trust ABC 7 Digital Media Services to give you the right tools to grow your business.
Here's something we bet you didn't know. Nearly half of all cancers can be prevented. That's right, half. Nearly 50%, mostly by making small everyday changes in your diet and controlling your weight, walking more, eating less, and eating foods that help you and your family to seriously reduce the risk of cancer. And of course, by not smoking. Visit the Cancer Prevention Together We Can website and get a free 30-day planner filled with tips, recipes, stats, and more about protecting your family. Go to prevent50.org.
Recovery from mental and substance use disorders is real.
You can recover.
It's possible. It happens every day.
Never give up on yourself.
Discover hope and help.
The world is a beautiful place again.
Join the Voices for Recovery. For confidential information for mental and substance use disorders, call 1-800-662-HELP.
ABC 7 News at 7, weeknights. The Florida Lottery winning numbers are sponsored by Frontier Fios.
In entertainment news, we've learned Marvel Comics patriarch Stan Lee has been laid to rest by his family in a small private ceremony. That's according to a tweet from Lee's company, POW Entertainment. It said it was done in accordance with his wishes because he did not want a large public funeral. It did not say when the funeral was held. Lee died Monday in Los Angeles at the age of 95. His company said it's working on putting together a fitting tribute to Lee, which it called, quote, the greatest creator of our time and the father of modern pop culture. Justin Bieber has agreed to settle a long-running lawsuit filed by a former neighbor. The lawsuit was filed in early 2015. It alleged that the couple who lived there suffered emotional harm due to egging and other actions by Bieber when he lived next door. The 24-year-old pop singer has already served probation in a criminal plea deal after the 2013 incident and paid $80,000 in restitution for the damage that he caused. Star Wars fans will soon be able to pilot the Millennium Falcon and face off against Kylo Ren in battle. Today, Disney announced some details of the new Star Wars Galaxy's Edge land that's opening in 2019. The two signature attractions of the lands now under construction will be Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run, in which guests can take the controls in 3 different roles, and Star Wars Rise of the Resistance, offering an epic battle between the First Order and the Resistance. The attractions are to open at Disneyland Resort in 2019. That's going to be in the summer, and Walt Disney World Resort here in Orlando next fall. So excited to check it out, but I have to wait a whole nother year for that.
It'll be here before you know it.
It'll fly by.
It will fly by.
We'll see you tomorrow.
This is an important message for anyone with Medicare. You may be eligible for an all-in-one Medicare plan that combines hospital, medical, and prescription drug coverage together with extra benefits that may include dental, vision, hearing aids, and much more. Some of these plans have a $0 monthly premium regardless of your income. That's right. For one low plan premium, or in some cases a $0 premium, you may be able to get coverage for your hospital visits, doctor appointments, prescription drugs, routine dental care, eyeglasses and contact lenses, hearing aids, and possibly more. Today may be the first time you've heard about this type of Medicare plan. The advisors at the Medicare.com helpline are licensed insurance agents who will explain more when you call. Call now to see if you qualify. Call the number on your screen now. Call now to see if you qualify for these benefits. You worked hard for your Medicare. Now is the time for your Medicare to work hard for you. Not affiliated with or acting on behalf of any government agency or program.
Hi, I'm Janelle Hale, founder and CEO of the National Breast Cancer Foundation. No one should face breast cancer alone. When I was diagnosed 36 years ago, there was no internet, and I had to make a decision with little information. Early detection saved my life. It could save yours too. To learn what every woman needs to know about breast cancer, visit nbcf.org/hope.
This is the story of a boy who is very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where nothing could get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. It made him feel uncomfortable. One day, he found out he had something called autism. His family got him help, and slowly he learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
It's been about a month, and I can honestly say I've seen the change in me. I went from being a depressed girl who didn't want help to this happy, caring girl who loves helping other people. I just really hope that people that went through what I went through get the help that they need, because their story is important and they are loved. Thank you so much for everything.
My name is Blake. I received a heart transplant when I was 2 weeks old. I play defense for the Red Hot Tornadoes. Sometimes my heart starts pounding like faster and faster as I go. I know I have someone else's heart inside me. It makes me feel happy because someone was generous enough to give me a second chance to live.
This gift of life was made possible by an organ donor. Imagine what you could make possible. Sign up as an organ, eye, and tissue donor. Go to organdonor.gov.